He is considered one of the most successful country artists of the decade. Clay Walker, known for hits like Live Until I Die, Rumor Has It, Dreaming with My Eyes Open, just to name a few. He has 4 platinum-selling albums under his belt, 2 gold albums. On top of that, he's getting ready to go on tour, and somewhere in his schedule, he's finding time to host the Outdoor Channel's Trophy Hunters. Well, Clay's certainly got a lot going on, but he believes the best is yet to come, and his positive outlook comes despite the fact that for more than 18 years, he's been living with a relapsing form of multiple sclerosis. Clay joins us now to talk about his career and his dedication to raising awareness about MS. Clay, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Jimmy, thank you, brother. It's good to talk to the fine folks of Maryland.
So 18 years ago, diagnosed with RMS, relapsing multiple sclerosis. How's it been?
It's been a great ride, Jimmy. I tell you, that first couple of years of that diagnosis were very rough for me, trying to formulate a game plan that would work whenever I knew nothing about MS. I can't stress enough how important it was in my life, though, to form a relationship, a trusting relationship with an MS specialist and a neurologist who I don't know where I'd be today if it wasn't for him. It was just a godsend because not much was known about MS when I was diagnosed, and I have been completely relapse-free for the last 16 years, which is
nice.
I mean, it's no understatement. I got to tell you, and it's why I'm on TV today talking with you. I partnered with Teva Neuroscience this month to get the word out about how to manage MS, because like me, when I was first diagnosed, I didn't know anybody who had MS. So you need somebody to look to for answers, one of your own, a person that has MS. So I want to be that person, for those who are living with MS.
Okay, so Clay, for those of us that just don't get it, what's it like living day to day with MS?
It's a scary process for a lot of folks, and in the beginning it was no different for me. MS is a neurological disorder which most of the time is going to affect an extremity, an arm, a leg, a hand, a foot, that feels either numb or tingly or asleep, if you will. Sometimes it affects your vision, gives you double vision, or facial spasms. And it's important to get checked out if you have some symptom like that. And I would say don't panic over it, but definitely get checked out. Because if you can get a jump start on MS and find a therapy that'll work for you, like I have done, then you have a much better chance of managing MS and having a more fulfilled life. When I was first diagnosed, the prognosis was horrendous. I was told that I'd been in a wheelchair in 4 years, and I've been able to reverse that perception and that prognosis, done well, and I just want to see more people do well, and that's why I'm here, Jimmy.
You have always been very public about managing it.
Sure.
How in the world do you balance a career with managing MS?
Well, balance is I guess an illusion if you don't have good health. You have to have good health, or it's the only thing that you're going to be thinking about. Your life is going to be lopsided, and being able to manage the disease and manage my health has allowed me to balance things like a normal person. And I do have a crazy life, a crazy schedule. I have a tour that starts at the end of June and goes through November. We have a new album that I just finished up called Long Live the Cowboy. I host Trophy Hunters TV, as you mentioned earlier. I have a movie coming out June 13th. But I couldn't do all that without good health, and it does take a person who's interested in managing their health to achieve it. It doesn't just come by standing by the wayside or sticking your head in the sand. So do something about it. That's my word. That's my phrase of the day. Do something about it.
Clay Walker, thank you so much for taking time to spend with us this afternoon. Before I let you go, though, what can you tell me about your upcoming tour?
Well, I can tell you that we're definitely going to tour the Northeast, definitely going to tour up near Maryland, maybe not in Maryland, but somewhere close by, and who knows, it may be in Maryland. But I would like folks to come out and see us, because we have new music, and it's very exciting. It's modern sound. It's got still those great country lyrics to the music, though. And I'm a very active guy on stage. I enjoy performing, and I want fans to come out and see us. You can check it out on claywalker.com and find out just about everything that's going on with us there.
Clay Walker, pure talent, walking under a black hat. Thanks for taking your time with us this afternoon. If you'd like to read more about Clay Walker and RMS, just visit our website, philmarverlife.com.
Well, Jimmy, Clay mentioned how important it is to manage his multiple sclerosis. Different people with the disease find different ways to do that. This afternoon, the story of one man who manages his MS with the help of 3 wheels.
It's still dark as Owen Wells lifts his garage door. He built this 2-foot-tall 3-wheeler and put on extra LEDs that scroll, strobe, and flash like a UFO. With a push and a prayer, Owen's pedaling in the dark, up and down hills for a pretty good reason.
I was diagnosed with MS several years ago. Need to get some exercise. So I thought about a bicycle, but the MS has given me some balance issues.
Wells used to ride a motorcycle, but hopes pedaling this trike will help him stay ahead of the disease. You can see cars get pretty close to the trike, which sometimes looks like a blue light special.
I usually have about 8, 10 vehicles pass me in the morning on this road.
Most mornings he's just trying to make it to work in one piece. Pedal by pedal, just trying to stay one step ahead of his disease.
And according to the National MS Society, exercise is vital when it comes to managing MS symptoms. One study shows it can help patients feel stronger and less tired. And you know, you too can help the more than 2 million people who are also living with MS. And just like Owen, all you have to do is hop on a bike and ride. Joining us today to tell us more about the Bike MS Chesapeake Challenge is Michael Bratton, an ambassador with the National MS Society Maryland chapter. Thanks for joining us, Michael.
Thank you.
So first of all, let me how did you get involved with the MS chapter?
First of all, I got involved with the Walk MS event that they have here in Salisbury. The National MS Society Maryland chapter has events all across Maryland, and the Bike MS Challenge is one of them.
Yeah. And you have MS, correct?
I was diagnosed in 2009 with MS, and when I saw that there was an MS walk, I was just like, well, how can I get involved? And basically, when I was diagnosed, I thought that I was kind of under a jail sentence and a prisoner in my own body. And the National MS Society made me realize that it's more of a life sentence. You need to live life to the fullest.
What were your symptoms? How did you know to get checked?
I basically woke up one morning, I felt numbness on my side, and I'm like, well, that's not right, and I needed to have it checked out. And basically, after seeing the doctors and going through tests for Lyme disease and everything, I saw a neurologist, and coming to find out that I was diagnosed with MS because I mentioned I had had optic neuritis in the past, which is part of a relapsing remitting form of MS, and I've been diagnosed and have had MS ever since.
Right, right. And the MS Society has helped you?
Yes, well, first of all, National MS Society is the #1 fundraiser for research to fight the disease. They want to help stop the disease, recover what has been lost, and end MS forever. And basically, when I was diagnosed, they made me realize that I need to be there for my friends and family.
Yeah.
And my daughter, she says I'm her hero, and I just hope I'm able and strong enough to have the ability to walk her down the aisle someday.
Yeah. Now the big fundraiser is coming up, and we were talking about it. It's the Bike MS Chesapeake Challenge. Tell us about that.
Yeah. First of all, sorry to back up, but the Walk MS in the Salisbury that I was part of, they raised over $25,000, which they met their goal, and Ocean City also raised almost $80,000. And the National MS Society Maryland chapter's premier event is Bike MS, the Chesapeake Challenge. They're hoping to raise over $500,000.
Wow, wow. So tell me a little bit about it. There's different levels you can ride?
Right, there's cycling for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, if you ride a bike or ride a tricycle, you can go the 30-mile route, and there's also scenic routes to go up to ride your cycle 150 miles.
Wow, and you don't have to ride a bike to help.
You can register and go online at the website, and you can register and help that way.
Okay, let's go over the event details, of course. And the Bike MS Chesapeake Challenge is May 31st through June 1st. It starts at the Talbot County Community Center in Easton for cyclists of all levels, and you have 30 to 100-mile route options. Sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming in and telling us about that. And if you would like to see the route options or to register or volunteer for the Bike MS Chesapeake Challenge, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Now let's talk dental health now. Despite regular brushing and flossing, tooth decay is still the most common chronic disease in children. Why their first line of defense may be the pediatrician. And when it comes to adults, many avoid going to the dentist because they're simply afraid. How you can take care of those teeth without fear of the drill or any pain. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.